Hello everybody, welcome back to Paige Plays. We're going to be playing Doki Doki Literature. I'm hoping it gets spooky soon because the first episode was kind of bland. So we're just going to hop right back in. Hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read or accidentally skip stuff you haven't read before. Last week on Doki Doki Literature Club, we went to school and we disassociated pretty hard through the entire day, you know, in typical Paige fashion. And then we went to a club meeting where we talked about tea and Neil Gaiman, I think. Anyway, and now I'm walking home with, I think her name was Sayori, the cute girl with the peach hair. So, with that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori. Oh, good. I don't have to remember anything because he's just about to do it for me. Natsuki. Didn't like her. Yuri. She was cute. And of course, Monica. I don't trust that smile, but I'm assuming all of them get pretty fucked up at some point, so let's do this. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, do I actually get to fucking write a poem? Because that would be dope. Oh my god, it's time to write a poem. Pick the words your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh, it's like a pick. Okay. So do the ones like jump or whatever to? No, they just occasionally jump. I was wondering if it was like they reacted when I hovered over a word they liked. Let's go with daydream. Okay, I guess Sayori likes daydream. Those chibis are the freaking cutest thing ever, and the fact that I don't have them as a sticker right now is making me super upset. Oh god. The first set of words were kind of, you know, just cute, but this one has like lust, anxiety, explode. Shit, let's go with Starscape. Fuck that shit. Strawberry, dirty, Valentine, understrained. Entropy? What the fuck kind of poem am I writing? Jeez, no, let's go with entropy. Fuck that. Let's go with universe. Okay, I think Yuri is digging my poem. Well, see, I haven't had, like, this is the first time I've had a chance to actually make choices in this game. And of course, you know, I want to go for whatever the most fucked up ending is, so I should stop picking happy flowery words and go directly for agonizing. Oh, god, again, Yuri. All of these words are just getting not great. Rain cloud. Childhood? Shame. Jesus. It's really, like, uncomfortable when one of them gets super excited when you pick words like horror and shame. Raindrops. Oops, I accidentally clicked depression, too. Okay, well, I guess that's what my poem's gonna be about. This is also turning out to be the weirdest poem ever. Like, puppies, depression, breathe. Sure. Was one of those words after image or after marriage? Empty. God, I haven't picked a single word Natsuki likes. Nibble. Fuck, why not? Yeah, there we go. Heaven sent. Ooh, that's a good one. Death. I don't understand what these fucking words mean, and it's actually starting to get tenacious doing it all. Ha, see? See what I did there? Okay. Ambient. Ooh, that's fucked up. Oh, okay, well, just when I started, like, clicking at random is exactly when it starts meaning anything. Hi again, Paige. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. That was a bad laugh. That was a bad laugh. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Paige. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. So you already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't... Oh, I thought she was gonna say whatever and got cut off, so I kind of cut off. Awful. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Is this our first threat? Natsuki. Nope. Fuck. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. It is! It is, and I will vouch for her. Storytelling, you know, with pictures is still storytelling. Don't worry, guys. Paige always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Come on in, there's room for more. How come? You and Paige can become good friends too. There you go, see? Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even bought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Choice? No. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. But I will always accept gifts, don't get me wrong. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Well, that's like the point of a literature club, isn't it? How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. What book is it? Well, you can read it at your own pace. What book is it? I look forward to hearing what you think. What book is it? Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Mana to kick off some of the scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Why? Natsuki, what are you doing? I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. So is she attempting to read the book that she gave me so we could have something to relate to? Is she manufacturing an interaction between us? More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh, yes, she is. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. ... But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just, spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. She's uncomfortable at everything, it seems. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Also, if she gave it to me, that's not like lending. She, gave it to me? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. That's good of me. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, you don't want to spoil it, idiot, asshole, jerk? Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled The Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. who moves in with her sister? Like, does her sister, younger sister, high school age girl's younger sister own a house? But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. Well, that's, yeah, real relatable there, Yuri. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. Yeah, relatable. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was gonna be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Oh, you mean like this game? Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Paige? No, I'm digging it. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. So she's a villain, huh? I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thought, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's actually, like, super duper rude. If someone's rambling about something they're enthusiastic about, why you gotta be that person who's like, I'ma shut you down? I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. See? Even in the game me is not as much as an asshole as I've made him out to be a couple of times already. Woohoo! It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. God, I'm from the South. Leave me alone. You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Oh, I was real confused as to why I'm having, like, a scene with Yuri, but I guess it makes sense if I mostly picked her words during the poem. I wonder if I'd be having a scene with Natsuki or Sayori if I'd picked other stuff. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. What a fucking weirdo. We both have the same book. So sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Ooh. Ooh. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, look at that. That's cute. We're cute! Yuri takes the left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right hand on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Yeah, I get it. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. How come girls never acted like this around me in high school? I'm sure I would have turned out so much better if I had dated more girls than boys in high school. Gonna be honest. Are you ready? Ooh, that look out of the corner of her eye. Not now, Moriarty. I'm doing something. Eh? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I just got a bit distracted for a second. Maybe by somebody's fucking thing showing up. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. Ooh, I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah? Oh, hey, look, the papers on the board kind of look like a creeper face. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Like, we're reading a book. Why is it so evocative? Jesus Christ. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second-guesses all of the things she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Oh. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Paige, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing, you think that? Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant it's kind of cute? What are you saying all of a sudden? Well, I've only called you cute like 20 times so far, so it's not all of a sudden, Yuri. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. Oh, we haven't shared poems yet? Then how the fuck do I have a scene with Yuri already? Okay, never mind. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Oh, it's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Oh, alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? If only if I were as much of a charmer as I am in this game. I'm going to regret that when the killing starts, but I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Ooh, she's like giving me deadlines. Like, I want the fucking book report on my desk Monday morning, bit. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag. Are bookmarks not a thing? Like, why do I have to leave a mental note? Because, you know, there's a lot of similarities between me and the protagonist, and what if extremely bad memory is one of those things? By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Hell yeah, I did. Yeah? My relaxation ends. I have to read it now. I get to read that clusterfuck of a poem. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Oh, I thought we were just sharing it with everybody. Do I have to pick one person in particular? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Well, that's not, much better. They're both paper. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Ooh. Who should I show my poem to first? I'm gonna show it to Yuri. Why not? Yuri seems the most experienced, so I start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair, right? As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Yes! What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. And she doesn't do that. She covers her whole face as the icon changes to her playing with her hair. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I wrote you a poem. God, get over yourself. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Nope. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh. Yuri stares at me blankly and then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. She's like one of those critics who looks way too deep into things, and then when you present it to the author was like, LOL, the curtains were red because they were red. Like, there was no deeper meaning to that shit. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. So, like, as soon as she realized I was a new reader, she was like, hold on. So she's also one of those critics. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the clubs gives you valuable feedback. Oh no, do I have to do this scene with fucking everybody? Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, or me, or to Natsuki. She just apologizes to the world on a regular basis because she thinks she has to. I don't know. I tried to say something funny there, and I didn't. I'm sorry. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh my god, I'm actually reading her poem. Ghost Under the Light. The tendrils of my hair illuminated beneath the amber glow, bathing. I think that says bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. That was pretty. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. That's true. Stumbles over words. What's this? Cursive? Didn't I learn that in the 2nd grade and then never touched it again? Hell yeah. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Most of her poems are about straight murder and bloodshed, but, you know, she wanted to start mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Paige. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way, than a fucking ghost? I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Paige. Hell yeah. Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? We're gonna do this same fucking scene 4 times. Fuck it, Sayori. This is a good poem, Paige. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time or something? I guess you're right. I mean, I totally would if it was as easy as just picking a couple of words that appeal to me out of a list. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I am standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Paige. Deep down, you're not so selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. You really know how to compliment a guy, Sayori. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah! And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Make it fun. Make it fun right now. I demand parties, more cupcakes, and iced tea this time, please. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Do-do-do-do. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Why am I not worrying? What? We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay, that wasn't a good poem, but it fucking speaks to me. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was like a bad poem. It came out nice, or, how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright. Goddamn. My throat is starting to hurt from all these voices and talking. I don't have any friends in real life. I usually don't talk this much all at once. Let's go with Monica. Let's read her poem next. Hi, Paige. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. She sounds like every condescending female adult I have ever met in my entire life. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up, but I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Well, not particularly, but I guess I have to. It's kind of embarrassing. But I guess I have to. I am one with the fucking protagonist. We get each other on a spiritual level. Don't worry, Paige. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? My accent is all over the fucking place and I'm sorry. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Paige. Here's a gold sticker and a pat on the back. Good job, moron. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. Hell yeah, it's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes to use simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. I actually don't like that. I like it when something is concise, and I don't like stories that leave me like, what the fuck just happened? So I don't have to go hunt down Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared explained on YouTube. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way that everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Oh boy. Don't worry, I'm not very good. What does that mean? What does that mean? You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. Oh god, there's like, it scrolls. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. What the fuck? That was really not good. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Ooh, scary. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a certain point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper, tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, who should I show my poem to next? Oh, out of all of these choices, which one should I pick? Oh my god, I am just so... I've been recording for 50 minutes. What? Paige, if you're not gonna take this cup seriously, then go home. Bitch, we just started. We just started. Why are you like this? What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. What do you want from me? Damn, bitch. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. How? We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better, anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. What does that mean? Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Bitch. Bitch. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Oh, boy. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. And that's about it. Okay. Okay. What does it mean? Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. Huh? You're right. Damn, bitch. Spot on. I like it. You don't have to lie to her. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't ever take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice things about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Well, I would. I'm no gentleman. I'm an arsehole. Woohoo! We are fucking done with the day. Jesus Christ. 52 minutes. 52 minutes of recording. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they were just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyes burrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something?
So fucking funny.
It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Damn, dissension in the ranks. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it.
Why would you do that? Why would you... What? That's not how you get better at writing at all.
Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Paige did, too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Paige liked my poem too, you know. He even told me. Damn, look at those bitches squabble. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just... I like the new, like, goofy background music. Because this game isn't about to get, like, super fucking dark. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Paige appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Rip her weave off!
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
I know. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Fight, 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 fight.
Kiss, kiss.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one...
Oh, I read ahead on that one.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Paige started showing up.
Natsuki! I fucking love this. Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you.
I'll probably, like, overlay those. I'll find a way. I'll do it.
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. I have been listening to all of this. I have a bowl of popcorn, and I have been going to town. Paige, she's trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Paige.
Uh-oh. 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 Listen, watching catfights is fun. Getting in the middle of them, you get scratched. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most efficiently. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Paige? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomstever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... I mean, listen, I'm here for the bad ending, so I'm not gonna pull the cop-out answer. While I do enjoy my endings being more concise, that doesn't mean I can't enjoy a good open-ended series. So... I picked Yuri, right? Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem.
See?
Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. Whoa, what? How did I become, like, marriage counselor? Like, I thought I was the socially awkward boy that didn't talk to anybody. What is going on? I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. I'm just thinking about how this fight is, like, gonna be nothing compared to some shit that they get into later. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should, too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki.
She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, all right, I believe you. Thanks, Paige. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you part of this club now. It's, nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful as thrusting my boobs in your direction whenever you're around. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind then. I'm gonna go make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. Oh, thank God. This is gonna be like my longest fucking episode ever. How did you all feel about sharing poems? Are you fucking serious?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright, mostly.
Paige, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. Fuck. Yeah, fucking missed the goddamn. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. We're doing another poem? Like, why can't we write a short story or something? Jeez. I think to myself, I did learn a little something about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do at least a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Paige, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Whew, boys. Okay, well, I have been recording for about, over an hour. And I've been trying something new with the recording, so I sure hope everything goes well. If there's no post on Wednesday, you'll know what happened. So I'm just gonna go ahead and end it here for right now. And dear Lord, try to never go for this fucking long again. I'm really enjoying this game so far. Can't wait for it to actually take a turn into spooky Murderville, but I guess we'll get to it when we get to it. The next part should be out next Wednesday, so look forward to that, folks. Until next time, thanks for watching.